The old Corvettes speak to me. When you're driving them or working on them, it's a complete immersion. It's a focus and it drives passion. And it's very similar with the Diamond. When you get out there and you start flying, you realize the two are so connected. We're looking at the old Corvettes, and it was a period in American history where it was all about beauty, right? It wasn't about performance. But when you get into Diamond, they were able to combine beauty with performance, with safety, and you realize I've arrived. The nice thing about a convertible is putting the top down, and the sad thing is when you put it up. So we never put them up. Hi, my name is Mike Banigan. I live here in Frisco, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur by trade, and I own a DA62. I spent a lot of years trying to figure out what I want to do for a living, and eventually I realized I just needed to be an entrepreneur, and at the end of the day, it's always your fault. So I was good with that. Whether it was good or bad, it was my fault, and that's the way I liked it. It's been a long journey, and it's been enjoyable along the way. New aircraft, they're hard to find. You know, these modern designs are really hard to find. I actually flew in a Cirrus. A lot of the selling features is it has a parachute. Well, that's not the way I want to land an aircraft, right? I think that's just the way you crash. For me, the reason I chose a Diamond and a twin is I wanted that second engine. I wanted the ability to go up, feel comfortable, know with my family in it, I felt safe. I could take my children with me. There was enough room. I have a home in Key Largo, Florida as well. And so I needed a plane with reach. And it needed to be comfortable and stable, and the DA62 was perfect for the mission. I wanted to be able to learn how to fly on the airplane I own. And so I decided I'd purchase a 62 and learn how to fly on that. You know, everyone steered me away from learning how to fly on a twin. And I'll tell you, I'm not young. I was 52 when I started to learn. You know, it was a little nerve-wracking when they said, hey, you're gonna have to do an engine out. But I will tell you, I had only done engine out twice before I took my test. And I landed maybe 3 times on one engine before I took my test. And after the first time, it was like just flying the airplane. It was easy to learn how to fly on a 62. And I really enjoy it because I can take my family with me. I don't have to worry I'm limited on space or I'm limited on weight. The 62 really fits my mission. I can put my children in there, I can put my bags in there, I can put my gear in there, and we can just go and leave for the weekend or leave for the summer. It's fantastic. It was at a time in the 50s when cars were made to be beautiful. So the details, the accents, the colors, everything about these cars are beautiful. The cars are really designed to be elegant, just like the 62. Beautiful lines, beautiful curves, very similar to these Corvettes. The front end of this car is jewelry, and anywhere you go, you can see this car from a mile away and you'll know exactly what it is. And the lines on this car just scream Corvette. It's form over function, it's design over anything else. It's elegance. I mean, that really describes these cars. Little red Corvette, right? They made a great song about this car. It is a great date night car. Again, it's about getting out on the boulevard and just enjoying the ride. I like taking these old cars to dinner, or I take the kids out for, just a Sunday ride, and, the young ones will either go for burgers or we'll go for ice cream, but the kids really enjoy these cars. I always like to take the car I've gifted to the children when they get older. So if I'm taking out the youngest, I take out the 57. And when my son comes back from the Air Force, we take out the 66. And that's the way I choose the cars. So when my brother John retired from the Navy after 26 years, and he got back off the plane, we had this car in his garage. And so when he came into the garage, he said, "Oh man, that's a beautiful car." And then I hand him the keys and I said, "It's yours. Happy retirement." So we took that out on the road, and it was a really memorable ride in this Corvette. When you see a 62 and you're walking up to it on the ramp, I mean, every little detail about that airplane is well made and well designed. Whether it's the curve of the airplanes or the gull-wing design of the doors, it is elegant and it's unique. I mean, everyone looks at that airplane, it's beautiful, it's got great lines. They've really done a phenomenal job designing that airplane. And I realized this is exactly what I was looking for. The 62 is a push-start airplane, and the incredible thing about a diesel engine is they're highly efficient. I'm cruising at about 75%, and I'm burning a little over 14 gallons an hour for both engines. Doing about 185 true. Going to see my kids, it's either a 2-hour flight to Lubbock or 3 hours to Destin, and it makes it really easy to do all the things I love. I really appreciate hand-built cars, right? All the Corvettes were handmade at the time. I used to own Bentleys, and I loved it because they were hand-built. I knew that car was custom-built for me. And same with Diamond. I know that airplane was built custom just for me, and I could watch it being built. Getting the factory tour and watching the plane be built in every stage, it was really an intriguing, just watch the airplane be built. Yeah, you're really connected with the DA62, you're really in tune with the airplane, and you're enjoying the ride, very much like these cars. It's about the journey, not the destination. The business is different, right? Every day, it's either a new accomplishment or it's a new problem. If you lose focus, everything goes wrong. And it's very similar to flying, right? You always have to see what's coming, you have to anticipate what's around the corner, and you have to maintain control. As an entrepreneur, I felt a special connection to Diamond. Diamond's a real entrepreneurial company, and they've built beautiful modern aircraft, great wing designs, modern engines, and that had a special closeness for me, right? I felt as an entrepreneur, I wanted to get that same entrepreneurial spirit in the aircraft I flew. Diamond made the commitment. They were gonna build a modern aircraft with modern materials and a modern engine. You know, with my family in it, I felt safe. I have a big family. I've got 5 children, so anytime we fly, there's 7 of us. This airplane offered plenty of room and space that I can take my kids to college. I can take the young ones with me and go for lunch anywhere we want to head out to. In fact, this weekend I'm taking the young children out to do a discovery flight for themselves. They're really excited. You know, those kids are adventurous. They have their own boat in Florida, so they're able to boat. They have their license there. Mackenzie's getting ready to drive, and they're really excited about learning how to fly. It's great to have your own airplane, right? I can pick up and see my son in the Air Force in Destin. I have another son up in Denver, and it's the same thing. Taking off and landing, I really enjoy it, right? Because you're there and you're in the moment and everything's happening quickly. And I'm like, I love this airplane. I love it. And I watch folks land in other airplanes and, you know, I see they're less stable or they don't have as much control. And I'm like, I love my DA62. It's incredibly important, especially when you have your children in the aircraft, right? You want to know you're always in control, that the airplane is stable, that you know it's got all the safety features in it that you could possibly want, and you have the confidence in knowing you're going to get to exactly where you're going.